Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Capnclyde's MTG. I know I promised a 2021 core video on box values, but that'll be tomorrow because I had to take a break for this. The last couple days while I was making the other core videos, I ran across this in the news um, and was definitely confirmed on Reddit because that's the place that everybody goes. But they're gonna start a money deal in Arena, uh, and I just wanted to talk about it because everybody else is, and I want to give you the skinny on is this really a deal or are they just scamming you for cash again by Wizards of the Coast? So, before we get started, guys, remember like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comments down below, feed that YouTube algorithm, and as always, if you've done everything you can to get us those 1,000 subscribers, link in the description to the eBay store, the Patreon page, hit up my email. Hey, do whatever you got to, because I could really use a little bit of help, but I still appreciate you, even for the little guys. So, let's talk about what came up. So, as you saw in one of my previous videos, we talked about what the shape of the economy was, quote unquote, in Magic Arena. And we went over that a little bit about what they thought the economy was, and so forth and so on, and why they're not going to do this, why they are going to do that. Feel free to go check that video. It was a few days before this one, I think. And they did that video launch, like I said, a few days ago, and we really kind of covered what all that meant. Now, in that, the thing to take away from that to kind of give you the skinny on it, although I would appreciate the views. Uh, Magic Arena is supposed to be a free game. End of story, hands down. That's what they've dedicated it to now because A, they've realized nobody really should be paying for this because they don't want to. B, there's not enough good stuff going on because the client, as cool as it is, has a very limited card selection, which makes it suck, because there's not real Commander, there's not real Limited. I mean, there's Limited, but there's not real, like, there's no Pioneer, there's no Modern, there's no Legacy. It's missing those key components, which to make it that really that next big thing, right? So, with that said, uh, it'll never be, MTGO, which is the original client that first came out. Which, if you haven't watched my previous videos, Wizards sold to a third party and are now basically just claiming royalties because there's all kinds of hacks going on where people are shilling the best of five tournaments to make sure they win. Although I don't know how that works because they have an account that loses on purpose, an account that wins on purpose. There's a group of them that do it, and it's a whole thing. And more power to them, I guess, because yeah, whatever. I'd rather play in paper myself. Um, there's going to be cheating no matter where you go. You just got to watch what you do. And I'd rather other people be able to watch somebody play a card or have coverage so we can catch that kind of stuff in paper um, than be digitally wondering why I'm getting hosed all the time. So anyway, point going on. They talked about there's no dusting or getting rid of old cards to get new cards because they didn't want them to have to throw away their cards to make new decks and blah blah blah. And it all sounded really good about how we should keep our cards so we can play them and this, that, and the other. But guess what, guys? The other shoe is finally dropped. Wizards has announced that in Arena they are going to do among other things they do in the store to milk you for money. Because people can't get enough rares and mythics for the most part to play the decks that they want, they're going to start offering for $50 12 rare wild cards and 4 mythic wild cards for $50. Now, with that said, let's unpack that a little bit. So, with 12 rares and 4 mythics, you could probably build the deck that you're waiting on or you've been trying to do for $50. Now, the first problem I have with this, right off the jump, is you should not pay money for this client because it's supposed to be a free client and there's no way to trade. There's no way to get your cards out like in Magic the Gathering Online original client. You're basically just paying $50 to just play the game and get a couple cards that, mind you, will rotate out of a format eventually. At least if you spend that $50 in paper, you have the cards that you can resell later and get at least some of that money back. With Arena, there is no getting the money back. It's just not happening. No way, no shape, no form, no how. Um, And that's the benefit to paper and why a lot of people don't like Arena except to just practice on or get your daily giggles. Now, with that said, as much as I don't like this, let's be scientific about it and compare what $50 for 12 rare wild cards and 4 mythics actually looks like on the game, which is why you see my client up in the background. So, with that said, you can see here I have plenty of stuff, along with plenty of stuff here. Ta-da. And all this, guys, remember, all the gems, all the money, all the commons and uncommons is just from doing dailies every day till you save up enough so that you can buy this and buy the Mastery Pass so that when you go through here, like for example, if you go to Mastery, the Mastery Pass has top and bottom, like I said before. So for about 3,500 gems, you can get the bottom. And if you go through this, you'll notice here you get gems back, you get more cards and more packs. Uh, and I've done a video on it. If you do the Mastery Pass and you play every day and do your dailies, you will acquire enough gold and gems, along with other things, cosmetics and packs, to actually equal more than that $3,500 value for the most part. They did change it. It used to be a lot better. Now, not so much. But still, as you can see, if we look at this, if you buy the Mastery Pass, let's see here. There's 500 gold, 1,000, 200 gems. There's a free draft token, which if you do good in draft, you can get gems plus the cards from the draft because you get to keep them. So, there's 1,500, 400 gems, 2,600 gems, 800 gems, 2,500, 1,000 gems, 3,000, 3,500, 1,200 gems. So 4,000 gold and 1,200 gems by paying 30. I think it's 3,400 to get the really base package, right? Don't get that stuff with the extra experience. As long as you do your dailies, you don't need that crap. So basically, for 1,500 gems, which if you offset that by gold is probably another 500 gems. For 1,000 gems, you get not only all these extra cards, but you get 1 pack, 2 packs. We count backwards here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I'm probably missing some somewhere. Sorry. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 57 packs for 1,000 gems. As long as you play your dailies, that is amazing. So, and think about that too, guys. You're getting 12 rares and 4 mythics for $50. For 1,000 gems, you're going to get 57 packs, which a pack is guaranteed you at least a rare or mythic, probably a rare, but that's 57 rares for 1,000 gems. So now, let's compare that to what $50 just cold hard cash, aside from this, would get you actually in the shop. And that's what I want to show you. So if you go to the store, so remember, it's $50 for 12 rares and 4 mythics. So what can we get for $50? Well, let's compare how many gems we can buy for $50. So $50 gets you 9,200 gems. All right. So there's your equivalent, 1 cent cheaper. What does 9,200 gems actually get you? So let's take a look at that. So let's go to, let's say, packs, right? So you have 9,200. Oh, look, for 9,000 gems, you can get 45 packs. And you get a special card here, which is, got to admit, kind of cool. I like the art. But anyway, 45 packs. So let's do the math on what that's worth versus 12 rares and 4 mythics. Now, 45 packs is going to guarantee you a minimum of 45 rares. i.e. plus or minus mythics, that will also be in there. Plus, you're going to get out wild cards for commons and uncommons, mythic wild cards, maybe rare wild cards. But regardless, you're going to get on average, I think someone who did the math on Reddit said, 7 rares and 1 mythic inside those 45 packs. So, you get 4 less rare wild cards, 3 less mythic wild cards, but then you also have the fact that you're going to get 40 plus more. Like you take the, because that's only like you take the 5 off. We'll say 30 at best. 30 more rares for the same amount of money. And rares are most of the cards. And if you actually look at when you open your packs, this here, every time this goes up, you get a free wild card, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for a rare. So if you divide 6 by 45, excuse me, let's get the calculator out because we're all bad at math. Pull this right over here. So if you take 45 and you divide it by 6, you're going to go around this circle 7.5 times. What does that mean? That means you're going to get 7 additional rare wild cards here and 7 additional uncommon wild cards. So for the exact same money, you're going to get roughly around 9 rares to 2 mythics, give or take, just from wild cards inside the packs, along with an additional 45 probably rare cards for the exact same price. So, with that said, $50 for rares and mythic wild cards is not a deal. Guys, seriously, just play your dailies. If you've got to drop $50 because you've got no choice, I mean, seriously, just go buy the packs for 9,000 gems. And a better use of that money would be to get those gems, buy your pass, play your dailies, rack up the points in the gems, save them, don't waste them, and then get your cards that way. Like, that's the best thing to do. And also, daily check this daily because sometimes there'll be a thing in here for 50 gold you can get 500. Same for gems, spend 500 gold, get 40 gems or whatever the case may be. So always check this daily. So with that said, guys, I just wanted to put that out there for you so that you're not getting robbed out of your money. Because there's smarter, better ways to spend it if you have to spend it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, be kind. And as always, I hope to see you actually across from a physical game table. See you then.